step is, as you can see, here we need two characters. So first is your cat, the second is the apple. Now you can select the apple from here. Okay, so now you are having two characters. Now the third is you need a background because it is looking very dull. So you can select from the backdrop. So let's select this background and now it is looking good. Okay, so this scratch, in the scratch you can decrease the size of this character using this size option. So let me decrease the size by 50. And again for apple, select the apple and you can decrease the size by 50. Okay, now you can see the apple is at this position and the cat is here. Okay, now the first is I have to move this cat in left and left and right direction only. Okay, so the cat is moving in left and right direction, as my mouse is moving. Okay, so what is the first step? The first step is you have to select this from event. As you can see, there are very beautiful and colorful blocks are available. So you select the events, and this event, there is a one block that is when this flag is clicked. It means this flag is here, which is basically explain you this go option, means your game is going to be start, your animation is going to be start. Okay, so when this flag is clicked, your cat should move. Okay, so how this cat will move in X and in X direction? So there should be the motion in character. Okay, so for this motion you have to select the X direction. So set X. And what is the X? X is basically according to the mouse. Your mouse is moving, your cat is moving. So here this direction we have to set the mouse. Okay, so here you can select this mouse X from this sensing. Now your cat will move as your mouse is moving. Can you see? My mouse is moving, my cat is moving. Mouse is moving, cat is moving. Okay, now I want to do one thing, that I want to repeat this. Okay, so I will select the loop, that is forever loop, and then I will put this here, and here you can see now if I run this, now my mouse is moving and your cat is also moving in left and right direction. Okay, so this is the code for this cat. Okay, now what I want is, I want this apple to fall from above. Okay, so what I will do is that I will select this apple, and now in this apple I will start from this event only, and then when I click this, the second is this apple position. Okay, so what should be this apple position? Apple position should be here, and it should move from up to downward direction. Okay, and it can be anything in X direction. So X can be anything, but Y is from here. So how you can select this position? So you have to select the motion. From motion, you will go to this, go to X. Now what should be your X? Your X can be anything. It should be random. To random, you will select from here. So pick random. And what is your your position? That is move -200 to 200. What is the meaning of this -200 to 200 here? See, this output spin is basically -200 to 200 in X direction and -200 to 200 in Y direction. Okay, so that is the reason which I choose pick random, because my apple can fall from any X direction. Now what should be Y? Y should be from here only. So this position is basically 180. Okay, so you will write here 180. So now apple will fall from this position. Okay, so I have selected this. Now I have to give the command to this apple that it will fall like this. So that means its Y direction is changing. Its X direction is not changing. Okay, so what the command is here, that is change Y. So you will go to the motion block and there is a change Y. Select this change Y. Now what should be this Y? Okay, if I put this y here, if I give this 10 here, and if I run this, what you can see is, can you see? This apple is not falling. Okay, because the y is plus 10. So it cannot go above. So if I do this minus 10, now what happened here? If you run this, now you can see your apple is still not falling. Okay, that means it is not in the loop. So now you have to select the loop from here. Okay, so let's select the loop here. And now you can see, if I put the loop here, and now if I change y by minus 10, suppose, then what will be the output here? Okay, now change y by minus 10. Now you can see the apple is falling. Okay, can you see here? The apple is falling. Now it depends upon your speed, with what speed you want to fall your apple. So suppose the speed is very fast. So let me make it slow. This is the minus 5. If I see, now you can see the apple is falling. Okay, so now this apple is falling and it can be from any direction. See, it can be from any random position because I have selected x from minus 200 to 200. So now this is working properly. Now what I have to do is, my next step is, if the apple is catched by this cat, okay, so your score will increase. So first of all, you have to create a variable. So from this variable, you select here and you will create a variable score. Okay, this, now you can see here the score is visible. Okay, now if you have to, what is the condition here? If the cat is catching this apple, then your score will increase. So you have to select the control block here, that is if block. Okay, now in this block, if condition is, if the cat is touching this apple, right? So what is the condition is touching? That means you have to select from sensing, that is touch. So if touching, what is the touching? The apple is touching by the sprite or the cat. So if touching, then you change your score, and your variable is score, then change your score by 1. Okay, so this is the condition. Now put this condition to below this. Okay, now if this is happening, that means your cat will catch this apple. Okay, and your score is also going to increase. Now you want to repeat this. That means after catching the apple, your apple will again go to this position. Okay, so you have to select this position again. So now you have to make this again go to X. And then this X should be random. So you will select pick random. And here you will write minus 200 to 200. And the position is again 180. Okay, now the second thing is, if your apple is here, let's run this and see what is happening now. See, can you see the apple is catched by this apple, and once the apple is catching, see, the apple is disappeared and it will again go into the up direction. Okay, so this is the code now. Now, if the second thing is, if the cat is not able to catch this apple, okay, so then it should be visible, that is game is over. Okay, so what is the condition for that? Let's again take a loop, a control block, that is if your y position of this apple is what? That is in negative, this ground is touching. Okay, if this apple is touching this ground, so you can also write this if y position, so you have to select this, if this y position of this apple, that is y position, is less than minus 70, 170 you can say. Why minus 170? See, this apple is basically at this position, and this position is basically in minus 170 below. Okay, that is the reason I selected 170. Okay, then what should be the output? It will broadcast the game over. So you will select the event from here and then broadcast game over. You can write your message here, and the message can be anything. Suppose I'm writing game over here, and now it will broadcast game over. Okay, now you have to put this block below this. Clear? So now run this and see what is happening here. Your cat is catching the apple. Can you see? And if the cat is not able to catch the apple, it is not broadcasting. Why this is happening? Because now it should broadcast this block. So now you have to write this in the sprite that when I receive game over, then stop all. Okay, so you will write here stop other scripts also, and you will also write one more thing here that in the apple your score is not set to 0. Okay, so you have to first set your score to 0. So you will also take one more variable. When this is done, you will select my score set to 0. And one more thing, that when I receive this broadcast, this game over, okay, then say game over for 2 seconds. Now, whatever you will write here, your apple will say this. Okay, and then stop all. Okay, now your script will stop. If you run this now, your score is 0. Can you see? And now your cat is catching the apple. And yes, if it is not able to catch the apple, then it is saying game over. Okay, so I hope this is clear to the class. So in this way, you can create this project where the cat is catching the apple. So thank you so much. And please follow this page for more fun-loving projects based on Scratch and Python. Thank you.